Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What a great day, not just for the Turnpike and the Parkways, but for West Virginia. Glad you're here this morning. Some exciting news, and to explain some of that exciting news, we have the governor here, but I'd like to introduce the executive director of West Virginia Parkways, better known, we call it the West Virginia Turnpike, Mr. Jeff Miller.
Thank you. Thank you, Randy. Good morning, everyone. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody here, all of our West Virginia Parkways Authority board members, our local officials, all of our elected officials that are here today and have provided support to the Turnpike throughout many years. 18 months ago, I went to then DOT Cabinet Secretary Byrd White and presented the idea to him of a much-needed project that needed to occur here on the West Virginia Turnpike as a redevelopment program of the West Virginia travel plazas that we have. 3 that we operate here at Beckley, Bluestone, and then also Morton Travel Plaza. From that point forward, we went to the governor and presented the idea of a redevelopment. These buildings, you could say, are almost on borrowed time, and they probably could have been rehabbed and redeveloped a few years ago, but through certain circumstances, here we are today, and we're at the point in which we could do this. So 18 months ago, we started designing, planning, and a lot of work, and there's a lot of individuals that put a lot of time into this. So today, on behalf of the West Virginia Parkways Authority, I am very excited to announce this major and worthwhile project. And again, this is another example of Governor Justice's vision to promote West Virginia to the nation. And by the end of 2024, motorists along the West Virginia Turnpike will be able to enjoy new, modern travel plazas that will provide the traveling public a wonderful service experience and a safe area to rest, all while enjoying expanded food offerings and refueling before getting back on the road. Now, these travel plazas will offer all the amenities a travel plaza should have. This is a full site redevelopment that families, commuters, and commercial truck drivers will enjoy. From additional parking for both passenger cars to tractor trailers, bus parking, bus loading and unloading zones, expanded fueling options, EV charging stations, picnic areas, a drive-through, outdoor dining, and a 24/7 and food and convenience store options, which Governor Beckley will have a Wendy's, so we're good to know that, a Popeyes, and also a Starbucks. And I'm also excited to announce for Baby Dog that we'll have a pet relief area and a pet walk area there as well. So all really, really good things. We're pleased to present just a very well thought out design that highlights the beauty of West Virginia and provides for a visual impact that we feel motorists will be able to enjoy for many decades to come. The West Virginia Turnpike in many ways serves as a goodwill ambassador for the state of West Virginia. And with the boom that West Virginia has experienced as a tourism destination, as well as the volume of travel that we experience on an annual basis on our roadway and within our plazas, the time is now to redevelop these sites. We're very thankful for the support of Governor Justice and the West Virginia Parkways Authority Board. We're also very grateful for the partners that we have in this project. We went through an RFP solicitation process, and through that, we selected our new partner, Areas USA, which will serve as the plaza's operator. We have a couple representatives from Areas USA here today, Mr. Marwan Wana and Sophia Bodwick. They're right there. Richard Schneider, the COO of Areas, his grandparents were from White Sulphur Springs. So when this project went out on a national solicitation process, he took great interest in this and provided to us an RFP that we felt matched our vision for this project, and they provided the layout in which exactly we wanted to see. So thanks to him, and also thanks to Mr. Tommy Sanders of Areas. HNTB has served as the architect of record on this, and from the national office, we have the architects Matthew Hallett and Taylor Keller are here with us today. And they've really been the visionaries behind an initial design, an idea, a concept that I provided to them on how we wanted this to look. From our local office, we have Randy Epperly and John Swisher, and his assistant project manager, his 5-year-old daughter, Sloan Swisher, who's a very big fan of Baby Dog, and I believe wants to get a picture with her as soon as this is over. We also have many, many men and women from the West Virginia Parkways Authority through many, many years that have dedicated a lot of time and effort into making not only this project happen, but many, many projects happen. Tyrone Gore, Les Ball, Paris French, Cheryl Porterfield, Phil Kincaid, and Mickey Monet are some of the major players from the Parkways Authority that have lent a hand in all of this. I'd like to ask everyone to give all those individuals a round of applause for the work that they've done. Together, we're all very excited to put forth a project that will shine a positive light on West Virginia. The West Virginia Turnpike is a tremendous asset to southern West Virginia. It wasn't too awful long ago that it was $300+ a year for unlimited use of the West Virginia Turnpike, and the roadway was in need of significant upgrades. But today, and because of the vision that Governor Justice had through his Roads to Prosperity program and the role that the West Virginia Turnpike played in that, you can now purchase a passenger car Easy Pass program for $26.25 for unlimited use of the West Virginia Turnpike through our single fee discount program. Now through that also, and most importantly, we've been able to raise $595 million in bond proceeds that we provided directly to the West Virginia Division of Highways for roads and bridge projects in the 10 counties that are surrounding the Turnpike. Can you imagine how far $595 million goes in southern West Virginia and 10 counties for roads and bridge projects? And remember, 75% of our travel and revenue comes from out-of-state motorists and commercial truck drivers. Just this month, we completed a $140 million widening project through Beckley, which is the most highly traveled 8 miles of the entire Turnpike. We've added numerous safety features and enhancements along the entirety of the Turnpike, and we will continue to do so. We're upgrading our toll system both on the roadside and in the back office to provide for the best user experience that we can offer. Our Yeager Bridge was in need of a new paint job on that, and we're painting that in the official state colors of blue and gold. So that's a very exciting project. But today we're here and we're announcing our new travel plazas. This is an exciting time for the West Virginia Turnpike, and we want to thank everyone that's involved. But as Governor Justice reminds us all, let us not confuse effort with achievement. And therefore, we have a long road ahead of us to complete these tasks, but we are prepared to set forth a plan that will get us to where we need to be. To provide just a little bit of background and some facts on this overall project, on Tuesday, this past Tuesday, November 16th, Governor Justice and the Parkways Authority Board have approved these plans for the complete renovation of the Beckley and Bluestone travel plazas on the Turnpike. The Beckley and Bluestone travel plazas will be closed beginning Wednesday, February 1st, 2023. At that point in time, we'll begin the demolition and site redevelopment. Both travel plazas will be rebuilt from the ground up. The Morton Travel Plaza near Burnwell, north on the way to Charleston, will remain open until renovations to that facility begin in 2025. Now, the plans for these were based on the results of a 2021 survey of Turnpike travelers. With the help of National Travel Plaza consultant Andy Warkaba, we placed QR codes, buck slips, and information within our travel plazas to ask for feedback from those that visit the travel plaza on an annual basis. With over 3,400 respondents, the survey results led the Parkways Authority to realize that these facilities were far more than a quick break for the more than 3.5 million visitors who stop at one of these travel plazas on an annual basis. For some guests, a stop at the travel plaza was part of a family tradition, with some visitors recalling the glass house design of the 1950s. For others, it was an opportunity to learn more about our state and purchase authentic West Virginia-made crafts and products. Travel plaza customers also indicated where the existing facilities fell short. Leisure travelers wanted new facilities that embraced the state's almost heaven terrain and provide a sense of always being in touch with nature. Commuters and road warriors wanted drive-through service in comfortable, quiet setting areas for work and relaxation. And over 50% of our commercial drivers felt that there was a significant or severe shortage of truck parking. I'm happy to announce that all of these sites will add additional truck parking and additional car parking. And all of the respondents wanted improved restroom facilities. As I mentioned, the newly redeveloped travel plazas will offer expanded food concepts, the Mountain State Market convenience store, dining options, expanded parking, and EV charging stations. The Beckley Travel Plaza will offer a drive-through, increased restroom facilities, and bus parking, as well as enhancing and highlighting the Parkways Authority Tourist Information Centers. Again, construction of these new travel plazas is expected to be completed by late 2024. Again, this is an exciting, very worthwhile, and major project for all of southern West Virginia, and to highlight this on a national basis. So having said that, it's my honor and my pleasure to introduce to you Governor Jim Justice. Thank you.
Well, he's pretty much described the whole deal, has he not? We've got dignitaries here and many, many, many important folks that are out there. And more than anything, a lot of incredible friends that I grew up with and spent many, many days and hours and weeks and months and everything with. And Baby Dog is saying hi to her little friend right here. You know, I bring Baby Dog because, to tell you the truth, I can't get away from it now. If I don't bring Baby Dog, you're going to look at me like a three-headed monster. And the other thing is, I know you'd a whole lot rather see Baby Dog than me. Now, just think about this. Yesterday we were in Bud, right outside of Mullins. And we were announcing, you know, a company that's coming to West Virginia to try to find a way or has the technology to extract rare earth metals, and I don't say elements, I say metals, but rare earth metals, absolutely, that could revolutionize southern West Virginia. Now, we want to be the show-me state in a lot of ways. We want them to show us that they have the technology and they really can do it. But with all that being said, what they, you know, I mean, they're willing to invest tens and tens and tens of millions of dollars. And the state's going to put a little money in the deal, and what the state's going to put in the deal is like just what I just said, show me. When we see the real progress, when we see the real employment, then we put the money. You know, but at the end of the day, that project right there alone could bring so much wealth, employment, and so much goodness to West Virginia, it's off the chart. Who would have ever thunk it? At the end of the day, who would have ever thunk it that West Virginia would be doing what West Virginia is doing right today? In every way. Who would have ever thunk it that we could be really doing in West Virginia what is going on right now? And with that, all that being said, just think about it. You know, when I was growing up right here, right just here, I can remember just like it was nothing yesterday. You know, when we were going to have a Ricky Bobby moment and go out to the fanciest place in the world, not necessarily Applebee's, but it was a Glass House. And we were going to eat as a family. Absolutely, so many things are happening right just in front of us, right this very moment. Now, with all that being said, just think just about just this vision and this idea. 3.5 million or 3.3, I don't know which one, number is exactly right. 3.3 million people. I mean, can you imagine that? 3.3 million people, double the population of West Virginia, come through here every year. Double. And literally, they pull into places that, you know, Jeff said, you know, that are antiquated or whatever. You know, they should have been bulldozed years and years ago. We didn't have the money to do it. And they've sufficed. But literally, if we want to show off and be the frogs that are proud of their own pond, we've got to show us off. That's all there is to it. I think these facilities are 152 million. Is that correct? Now, just think about it. Think about a $152 million investment in West Virginia. For God's sakes alive, just a few years back, we were chasing an 8-employee water bottling plant that had 15 cents. Today, it's really going on. And I really attribute all to you in every way. You see, you needed somebody to be the leader of the band. But with all of that, you have done so much goodness, it's unbelievable, all forevermore, in every way. You just think how good you are. And I say it over and over, but for God's sakes of living, you need to get it. And that's just this. You're low crime, you're faith-based, you're craftsmen. You know the difference between right and wrong, and literally you love one another and you love your neighbors. And more than anything in the world, you're appreciative, really good people. With all that being said, you live in paradise. For God's sakes, a living. You've got the 4 most unbelievable seasons on the planet, and you're within a rock's throw of 2/3 of the population of the country. And if that's not enough, you abound in natural resources that are off the chart. Not just coal and oil and gas, but water, timber, and on and on and on. You are the best of the best of the best. For too long, for way, way too long, you've been beat down. You've been suppressed. You have. That's all there is to it. Forever. Forever you've been looked at as West Virginia, that state that's poor and backward and dingy and dark and on and on and on. And lo and behold, look what's happening. Now the whole wide world is beginning to take notice. And can you imagine again, who would ever thunk it? Think about what's going on, or what is going on with tourism, that worldwide travel guides are saying West Virginia is the second greatest place to go right now of anywhere. Who would have ever thunk it? You know, I congratulate Jeff. He's done an unbelievable job. He has done a job that is second to none. And so many others. Whether it be Bird White. Bird was here and everything. You know, what Bird did with highways and everything else under the sun. Jimmy Riston doing the same thing now. Chelsea Ruby and all the greatness that she's doing. And all of y'all. Literally. You're killing it. You're knocking it so out of the park, it's every single day. There's announcement after announcement after announcement still coming. So many people calling and inquiring and wanting to come, it's off the chart. I'll run through the finish line. I promise you with all in me, I won't let up, because there's no just coasting with me. You see, I'm the most impatient person in the room, I'll promise you that. And literally, I love being Jim, I love being Jimmy, but you don't want to see James, and absolutely I can be James. So, with all that being said, let's just keep pulling the rope together. You've done so good, and you are so good. I congratulate all of you. Way to go, Jeff. Way to go, all of you. It's just a great, great day. So let's just keep it going. Thank you so much for having us. And Baby Dog and I'll stay right here. If you want to come up and say hi to Baby Dog, come on. I'll be right here. Thank y'all.